It was too late for a man. Firefighters pulled from a burning home. He died shortly after arriving at the hospital.
When crews arrived just before 7 this morning, smoke was pouring out of all four sides of the home on Stella Drive in Goshen Township. Local 12's Jeff Hurst joins us live with how the rescue ended in this tragedy. Jeff?
Good evening. You look at the house behind me, it doesn't look like there was a fire there. The roof is intact. All the damage is inside and down in the basement. That is where 33-year-old Benjamin Ledford actually lived, in the basement, and that is where he was rescued, but unfortunately it was too late. He passed away shortly thereafter. A woman and her son, who were upstairs, got out safely. Just before 7 this morning, a little boy from this house ran across the street and asked a neighbor for help.
My neighbor, little boy, just ran over. His mom said to call 911. He said the fire alarm was going off. I'm not sure what's going on. He ran over here in a t-shirt and a pair of shorts, and it's freezing outside. And he said his mom's over there and she needs him to call 911.
As the call continues, you can hear the neighbor, the boy, and the 911 operator.
You see any smoke?
Yeah.
You saw smoke?
Smoke was all over the house. I thought out the...
There was smoke in the house? Yeah. Is that what he's saying? Yeah.
The neighbor then went to look herself.
Do you see smoke or flames? I see flames pouring out the front door.
Upon arrival, we did find a single-story ranch structure with heavy smoke and fire. Crews did confirm with a neighbor that they could hear screams coming from the basement. The basement windows had been broken out, but they no longer had contact with the subject in the basement.
33-year-old Benjamin Ledford was rescued by firefighters, unconscious but breathing. However, Ledford died at the hospital within a couple of hours. There obviously were smoke detectors on the first floor where the mom and the little boy were. That's what apparently alerted them. But the fire chief says it appears there was no smoke detector in the basement, so perhaps that's why Ledford did not get some notice. The chief says the fire started in that basement. Possible cause?
There is a wood-burning stove in the basement.
Now, just a few minutes ago, I talked with Jenna Worcester. She is one of the homeowners in this house along with her husband. And Mr. Ledford was actually a business partner with her husband. He was living down in the basement. The husband and Ben Ledford had a tree trimming business, and it's called Grassroots Tree Trimming. There's a little sign over there in the door. There's a tree trimming truck over there. Apparently, Mr. Worcester had left for work earlier in the morning to drop off their other son. About 6:30, the fire started about 7. Jenna Worcester said that, Mr. Ledford was a great guy. He was not a relative, but they liked him so much they let him live in the basement for free. She said she actually kicked the window out, and she was screaming. Maybe that's some of the screaming that was heard. Maybe the screaming was her and not somebody down in the basement. At any rate, she said obviously it was too late, and she also told me that Mr. Ledford's dog, who was rescued, was down there in the basement sitting guard over his master's body, I guess you could say. Jenna Worcester also believes that the fire may have been caused by a short circuit in the dryer and not the heating stove. Live in Goshen, Jeff Hurst, Local 12 News.
Jeff Hurst, thanks very much. The State Fire Marshal's office has been brought in to help in this investigation, and we'll let you know when they issue a finding.